Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. This video is a CEX haul video, and I'm also going to show two deliveries that I've had through the week. I believe there's about 16, I think there's 16 titles to show. So I'll just get on with it. So yeah, first off, I watched this on Disney Plus on Wednesday, I think. So it was at some point last week. And I thought it was a pretty decent film. It's not got a Blu-ray release, but it was really cheap on DVD. That is Up Close and Personal with Robert Redford and Michelle Pfeiffer. Not everyone's type of film, but I like these sorts of films, and I thought it was a pretty good film. So yeah, I'm glad to have that. You get a nice booklet. It is only a DVD, so it'll only say the chapters and stuff, and plain DVD. So yeah, I'm glad to have that because I did enjoy that. Next up is a film from my childhood, Bedtime Stories. I watched this a hell of a lot when I was a young child. I just thought it was really good, and I didn't really know I hadn't already got it. So again, it was cheap on Music Magpie, so I thought that I would get it to rewatch. So yeah, and next up is the haul from CEX. So there is 14 here. This is in order from cheapest to most expensive. So we'll start off with the 50p ones first. So first off, this is an upgrade for me. I have already got this on DVD, so I can upgrade it now, get rid of the DVD. We Bought a Zoo, obviously directed by Cameron Crowe, who did Jerry Maguire. Yeah, I'm really glad to have this on Blu-ray, so I can give it a rewatch in high definition. Yeah, it's just a really nice film, really good film, with Matt Damon and Scarlett Johansson. So yeah, glad to have that. Next up is a war film I did have on DVD. So yes, another upgrade. Directed by Catherine Bigelow. I believe she was nominated for an Oscar. I don't know if she won or not, but that is The Hurt Locker, obviously starring Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie, Guy Pearce is in it, Ralph Fiennes, bunch of people. But I've heard it's a really good film, so I'm looking forward to watching it. I haven't seen it before, so I thought for 50p I would pick it up and see what it's like. I mean, a lot of these starter ones you can get in Poundland, but I thought £1.50 cheaper. This makes no sense. I can get 3 for that price in CEX. Next up is a film I think I watched when it came out. I know I've seen the sequel a few times, which isn't as good as this from what I've heard. I probably have seen this, but I can't remember much about it, and that is Ride Along with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. Because this was in one of the other ones in this pile. I get confused with this one, because they're like similar sort of films. Well, they are and they're not, and they came out the same year. So I get confused. So I don't know if I've seen both of them, neither of them, one of them, or it's just because they were heavily promoted at the time. But I thought, and again, for 50p, I would get this and watch it and see if I have seen it, and if I have, it's a rewatch and I've got it, so, you know, it's going to be a good film nonetheless. Next up, we have Slumdog Millionaire, which I love. I thought this was a really good film. Obviously, Danny Boyle, he won quite a few Oscars for this back in 2009 Oscars. Obviously, it came out in 2008 though. But yeah, I remember really enjoying this. I don't think I would have seen it. Maybe I did watch it when it came out, but I wouldn't have remembered anything because I would have been 6. So yeah, or 8. Yeah, 6. No, 6. Yeah, about 6 or 7. So I wouldn't remember it, but I have watched it since, so I can obviously remember stuff from it. So, but I thought I'd get it again. Sorry, for 50p I thought I'd get it and rewatch it at some point. Next up is a rom-com with Matthew McConaughey, that I've never seen. I've heard of it, but for 50p I thought I might as well check it out. It sounds interesting. That is Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. Obviously, as I said, with Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Garner, and I believe it's got Michael Douglas as well. So yeah, if you know my channel, you know that I like rom-coms, obviously, got Up Close and Personal, which is more of a romantic drama. But yeah, so I do want to watch this, see what it's like, because I am a fan of rom-coms. So yeah. Next up, these are going into the pound ones now. I was going to get Superbad, but they didn't have it, so luckily I made a backup plan, so a list, in case they didn't have some of the stuff I wanted when I got there. And this was one of them, and it comes with a slip. It's not in the best condition, the slip, but doesn't bother me too much. It's 10,000 BC. Not seen this before. I know it's Roland Emmerich. Don't know much else about it other than that. I'm guessing it wasn't a massive film when it came out, because I personally haven't heard much about it, as I say. I know of it, but it's not got anyone famous really in it. I think it's a very limited cast, and yeah, I think it isn't one of his best. So I believe this came out the year before 2012. So yeah, but I think this went under the radar a bit. But I will watch it and see what it's like. Next up is one that I'm really intrigued by because of the cast. So you've got Richard Gere, Don Cheadle, Ethan Hawke, and Wesley Snipes. Oh, and it's directed by Antoine Fuqua, who obviously did Training Day and the Equalizer films, and that is Brooklyn's Finest. I think it's about corrupt cops, obviously set in Brooklyn. Yeah, just thought for the cast and for the plot that I'd get it for £1. What's the worst that can happen? I don't enjoy it. I only spent £1 on it, so not the end of the world. Next up is the one that I was talking about when I was talking about Ride Along, one that came out the same year. This is similar. It's not the same, obviously, but it's, to me, because I was younger back then, they both blended in with one another because they came out around the same time, and they're both about cops. And this is obviously Let's Be Cops. Again, £1. I have seen the trailer for this one recently, and I thought it looked quite funny, so I thought if I see it, I am going to get it, and I got it for £1, so I'm happy to have that and be able to watch it or rewatch it, I can't remember, soon. Next up is another blind buy that I also have seen the trailer for. It has got a great cast, and I believe it has won quite a lot of awards, and that is The Messenger with Woody Harrelson and Ben Foster. Obviously, there are two officers in the army that have to go and tell families when someone has died. So they have to tell mothers that their sons died, or wives that their husbands have died, stuff like that. And yeah, they come across a young mother, from what I've read of the back, and one of them starts having feelings for her, and it sets off ethical dilemmas. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it again. As with the last lot of these, this is the last one that I got for £1, but I thought I'd try it, see what it's like. It sounded good, and Woody Harrelson's usually pretty good. Next up is probably the surprise, the best of the haul, because I know nothing about this. I got it for £1.50. It is a newer film, but the cast is outstanding and it sounds really good. So you've got James Franco, Nat Wolff, Vincent D'Onofrio, Selena Gomez, Ed Harris, Josh Hutcherson, Sam Shepard, Zach Braff, Robert Duvall, and Bryan Cranston, and that is In Dubious Battle. The reason I got it was purely because of the cast and the price that it was at, and that it's a newer film. I thought, can't go wrong, I'm definitely going to try it. This sounded really interesting. So I'm very, very glad that I have this so that I can watch it. So yeah, In Dubious Battle. Next is another one, a war film, Civil War film that I'm happy to have because I've heard really good things about. Another Matthew McConaughey film, and that is The Free State of Jones. I've heard good things about this. I don't know if it did get nominated for any Oscars. I know it was written and directed by an Oscar nominee, although I've never heard of him. And obviously Matthew McConaughey's an Oscar winner. But yeah, I thought I'd get this for £2 because it seemed like a good deal. I was looking on the CEX website, and there was very few copies of this, and it was lucky that there was one in the CEX that I went to. So yeah, I'm very glad to pick this up and give it. Most of these I've picked up. I don't know much about them. I've not seen most of them, and they're just blind buy something for me to watch and just see whether I like it or not. I think most of them are going to be good, but I don't know yet until I watch them. And then the last two are more expensive, and one of them I've seen, one of them I've not, and it's kind of a blind buy. This one's a blind buy. I got this for £4. It's a 90s film with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans, and that is The Last Boy Scout. Really don't know much about it. I thought for £4, it's a Bruce Willis film I've not seen. I think it's like kind of an action comedy, directed by Tony Scott, who's done some great films. So, and written by Shane Black, who is a great writer and director. So, yeah, I thought that I would get this, see what it's like. Again, most of these are cheap, so if I don't like them, it's not the end of the world. I've not wasted that much money, and they all seem like good films anyway. So, yeah, and then the final film, which was £6, and I believe is out of print and has very, very few. I think this was one of 3 copies in all of CEX's, and you can't really get it anywhere online. Not that I've looked, so I was very lucky to get this. This, as I said, was £6, which is a really good deal. And that is Serendipity with John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale. Another rom-com, which I watched end of last year and really enjoyed. It's a shame High Fidelity isn't on Blu-ray, because I did also really like that and would like to get that. I might get that on DVD at some point, so I have got a physical copy then. But yeah, this was really good. Really did enjoy this. It is sort of set at Christmas. It's not Christmas. I wouldn't say it's a Christmas film at all, because it isn't entirely set at Christmas, but it is sort of a Christmas film. But you could watch this any time of the year. It is just a really good film. So yeah, I'm glad to have that. So that is everything that I've got from this haul and the deliveries this week. I should have more this time next week, because I am hopefully going to be going out to CX, but a different one again next week. So I shall get as many as I can. Anyway, let me just show off. I'll do like so we have that is everything I got this week. Then I'd have to show you individually. It's easier doing it that way. So yeah, that's it. So I don't know when I'll have another video up, because I haven't got any ideas. It may be in a week's time if I think of anything to do in the meantime, or if anyone has anything they'd like to see me do. Let me know in the comments, and I will try and make that if I can. But yeah, that's it really. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Has anyone got any of these films that I've picked up today? Has anyone seen any of them? Has anyone not seen any of them? I want to know my deeper thoughts. Let me know in the comments, or just in general, comment anything down below, and I'll always get back to anyone that takes the time to comment. Obviously, if I can. If it's a comment that is difficult to reply to, I'll still acknowledge that I've read it, but I may not respond like right back. But you know, I'm still appreciative of just anyone who takes the time to watch any of this really, even if it is only for 2 minutes. But yeah, that's it. So if you did like the video, make sure to give it a like. But if for some reason you didn't like the video, then you can dislike it. But if you do dislike it, let me know down in the comments what you didn't like about it, and I will try and improve on it in my next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this. Turn the notification bell on so you know when I have a new video on the channel. And that is it. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, take care everyone. Goodbye.